Already blowing money. Hey, man. I mean, you know, I gotta get those. Upgrades. Even regardless of whether I probably end up using set upgrades or not, depending on the weapons that I use, I'm like, well, might as well just go ahead and buy them anyways. It's not like they're going to end up getting discounted. So the only real things that I'm kind of really focusing on with me purchasing out of these stores is armor upgrades, which, you know, there's only so many suits in the game. I'm focusing on that and upgrades. I think I may have bought a little bit of ammo and maybe 1 or 2 health packs at some point, but ultimately I'm just kind of sticking with just those in particular. Because playing this on story mode honestly isn't like difficult. The only real deaths that I've really had has dealt with like environmental stuff, you know. Like when you're in that 0G place or whatever it is, and like these large cranes were moving around, and they just smash into you if you don't hide fast enough. Although I can't remember if it was in the first game or the second game where you were shooting the asteroids, but they've got an asteroid shooting thing in this, but it's like you actually go out into space and you go to like these 3 different sections to take control of these guns by aiming your gun, and it like syncs with it or something for you to be able to shoot these asteroids. And you shoot a certain amount with each one of the guns, and then it ends. First time around, I couldn't figure out what the heck to do. I thought I was just activating these things for them to be able to shoot on their own and for me to get back, and I didn't realize that I was supposed to do that. And so I was like, what the heck is this? And I ended up dying. So when I finally looked at a video to see exactly what the heck it was I was supposed to do, and then I found that out, I was like, what? I didn't even know anything about that. About, oh yeah, you aim your gun and it syncs with it. So I was like, okay. But I got it on my second try. Because it was like a shooting gallery in the original game, but I can't remember if that was in the first game or the second game. Okay. But like I said, dude, yeah, you should really go to like check out Rigatoni's with the kids. It was great. We dressed up and everything. Looking like we were from the 1930s. Took a lot of pictures. Got some professional pictures done too. Mug shots. Food was good too, honestly.
We need to inject it into the Leviathan. You can't get into food storage, but there's another way.
Riskier than running out of air.
My team has been altered. They're all connected to the Leviathan, breathing out its toxins.
Okay, so if I get to your team and detect them,
The enzyme will be carried right into the Leviathan's heart. Bind the Weezers.
The band?
And they're suffering.
The band is on this space station? Weezer's on the space station.
Sent the bastard into space.
Inject Weezers. Ha ha! Wow, that just appeared out of nowhere. What the heck? How many? Okay. Inject Weezer. I'm going to inject my Weezer. Not get your invite. What are you talking about? If you're talking about the Sunday, Friday thing, yeah, I got that. I just got caught up and didn't answer back in time. But yeah, we'll just schedule it on that Sunday instead and do everything all at once because it makes sense. Party invite? No, I didn't get no party invite. Nope, I sure didn't. Oh, okay, I got you. Nope, nothing popped up. Matter of fact, I'm going to check something real quick. There's a reason for it not to be telling me at all. There's a reason for it not to. Matter of fact, I have not had, ever since I've got the PS5, I haven't had any voice chat on here at all. Amazing how things change when you get away from degenerates, doesn't it? Let me see something here. Because it doesn't make any sense for it not to pop up. Because I haven't changed nothing in the settings when it comes to that. Let's see. That's all on there. Oh, I see what happened here. By default, it's showing that it hides that during broadcasts. Wow. Wow. Always show. There we go. What the heck? So clearly that was a default, and it just so happens I was broadcasting and it hid it from me. Okay. What in the dude? Oh man. I don't know what the heck is up with this. Let me change this stuff. What real quick? What the heck? Oh my goodness gracious. This is ridiculous. Well, you know, they change stuff around with hardware and updates and firmware updates and all that stuff, but I'm pretty sure this was always in here, I think, but it was just a matter of like, why in the world? Everything else was checked except for the broadcast thing. It didn't make any sense. Well, anyways, okay, well, I fixed that one. Now it's just a matter of me finding out where the heck... Okay, there's a notification. There we go! You started a party. Let me go in the party. Join the party. Okay. Join the party. In the party. Well, there you are. I hear you now. Yep, there you go. Oh, man. All right, let's see here. Back to... Go to the game! Thank you. That gummit.
Had to buy that for you for Christmas. Buy yourself that for you for Christmas, and you still don't know how to work the thing.
Have mercy. Now it's what... Okay. That doesn't look too pleasant. I don't want to get sprayed with stuff. That don't... Well, well... That's up for debate. No, not thinking of it along a homo route.
Well, hey, if you don't want to go that route, now you can just crack open a Bud Light and get sprayed.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's funny. Oh man. Yeah, I saw that Kid Rock thing that you sent me. I knew he was gonna say something about it. I knew it. I just given how he is, I knew something was gonna be said from him.
Well, even back when I drank beer, I never drank Bud Light, because why? But
I don't know.
it's just so fun. It's so funny to watch a company just completely make decisions that everybody knows is going to tank.
Yeah. Yep.
Because what man wants to pick up a 12-pack of Bud Light with a tranny on it?
Yeah, no kidding. Good grief, man. And also, I ended up finding out from that video that you sent me from Mark Dice along the lines of, like, there being a drag queen thing going on at the Country Music Awards. I was like, the Country Music Awards would be the absolute last thing that I would ever expect there to be some drag queen thing going on. The last place. The last award show. Where I would ever think of something happening.
The country music scene's been woke for quite a while. Although, you could argue that they're kind of like the bottom of the list as far as going that route, but it was still going that way.
Yeah, and especially knowing the turn how country music has been taken nowadays with their freaking hip-hop pop crap they're putting in their songs now, and it sounds like total crap. I'm just like, yeah, this is one reason why I don't listen to modern country music, because most of it that I have heard has been going that route, and I'm like, no, no. All these dead country music superstars are all rolling over in their graves now.
Yeah. Well, it kind of started with when Shania Twain was real big, and they started doing these like pop EDM remixes of her music, and that's where the scene kind of started, where country started morphing into pop and then hip hop, and now there's a whole country rap genre now.
Yeah. It's freaking horrible, dude. Oh my gosh. I mean, there is some country that's out there that does sound like the way that country should sound, but from what I've heard, it hasn't been very much. I mean, you kind of would really only be going the routes of all the older country music stars that's out there that would probably have any kind of semblance of the older style to it. But even then, just like you said with Shania Twain, I've been overhearing some of the older ones that have been going and trying to go the newer route. I guess they want to try to make themselves seem like they're still relevant in today's fast-moving country genre, I suppose. I don't know. I mean, everything's fast-moving nowadays when it comes to, well, everything. So...
Well, country music is probably going to end up going the way that most other music's. Like, if you want to hear anything that's actually good, you have to go underground or indie.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's kind of why I like synthwave. I mean, it's obviously a style of music I really like, but there's all kinds of good stuff that gets no radio play. Like, if you want to hear the good stuff, you have to get on, the streaming services or YouTube or whatever. But if you just turn on the radio, you'll never hear that stuff.
Because everything's just so corporate.
Yeah, but it's so popular that it doesn't matter that it doesn't get radio play.
Security request retrieved.
And yeah, there's a lot of, copycats and kind of sameness about a lot of that genre. But, even the copycat, samey, knockoff kind of stuff's still pretty good. So I don't mind it all that much.
Yeah, true.
But Yeah, I mean, you know, when rock really got corporate, well, you know, when rock got corporate is when you started hearing like classic rock songs, or at least variations of it, being played in television commercials.
Yeah.
You know, like when they'd, oh, what was it? The one that sticks out in my head is when they got Europe to come back and do the final countdown for a TV commercial. Now, by that time, you know, rock songs being in commercials have been going on for years, but that was the first one that popped out in my mind because it was rare that the band themselves would show up for the commercial. You know,
Yeah,
as opposed to just using the music.
Yeah,
And,
especially
they
some of
did
these
that
older
with,
bands.
What was it? Lord, the name escapes. Was it Survivor? They did Eye of the Tiger. Wasn't that the band's name?
I think so.
I feel stupid for not knowing it, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Now I gotta go look it up. Because it'll bug me if I don't.
Full arsenal, nice. So now I have all the weapons in the game. That was a trophy. Let me see something. Okay, never mind.
Oh, nope, I was right. Woo!
There you go.
Still got it.
Still got it.
My mind ain't gone yet.
It's still there. It's hanging on by a thread, but it's still there. What in the world? What in the... Okay.
You're starting to sound like Tom Anderson from Beavis and Butthead.
Well, what the hell? you them boys has been whacking off in my tool shed? Okay, that was very strange.
As much as I like Beavis and Butthead Do America, I don't know. I think I like Do the Universe a little better.
Yeah. Especially given how society is nowadays and how they were making fun of it.
Yeah, oh, the white privilege skit killed me.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man.
That was great. Get out of the way. We have white privilege.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. I always hate when it just shuts off certain things to you when a freaking voiceover section is going on.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, you can't get in the shop at the moment until we get over with this story segment. Hello there, person with an exploding hand. That was simple enough. I think that was one of the main things that I hated about this series, was that particular kind of enemy type, where something that would blow up. Like, they'd get too close to you and they just explode, you know?
Oh, there's lots of games that do that.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Like, well, Dead Island did that, you know, with those suicide bombers.
Yeah, I'm gonna rent Dead Island 3. I'm gonna or 2, I should say. I'm sorry. The expansion that came out wasn't the second game; it was just the expansion to it. But I'm gonna rent it and try it out and see how it is. Because the preview that I saw of it, I was like, huh, well, that's pretty cool. And I was like, it kind of looks the same. It's kind of running the same, but I was like, I'll just rent it and see how it goes.
Well, the only thing that concerns me is that the latest dev, because this thing's gone through a few developers for the last few years.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know how long it's been delayed? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that concern me is that I don't know if it's the current developer because it's been about a year since I heard this, but that they were going to conform to ESG guidelines or the diversity, equity, inclusion nonsense.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering just how woke this game's going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me that there'd be some type of like woke related crap in it, especially given the fact of how modern games are.
Well, heck, Empire of the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 was talking about that, and that's been like, what, 3 years now since they announced the game, and it's still not out.
Yep. That's true.
So,
They may have really pissed people off with that, and that may be one reason why it's been delayed like it has been.
I mean, despite what's being said, the United States and particularly white people are very, very patient and tolerant. Yeah, because look at just in the last 50 years, which way our country's gone.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've been pretty tolerant, but I think, once you start inviting kids to drag shows and encouraging them to dress up and drag or get out the straight razor to their genitals, and now they're putting trannies on one of the most popular beers in America. I mean, they're getting into territory that I think people are gonna start pushing back.
Yep, it's kind of like that whole phrase of, well, nothing is sacred anymore.
No.
Oh no. Oh no. I always hated these things. I was just thinking about this section back from the first game. I don't know if it's still the same of what I'm thinking, but those spikes down there, I was wondering if one of these rooms moved or if the spikes had moved, because oh my gosh, what the heck? Oh, okay. Well, use the enzyme. Okay. Save your ammo, use the enzyme, stab it in the head. I'm glad she told me that to save my ammo. Because otherwise I would have just kept shooting and be like, why isn't this thing dying? Doesn't make any sense. There's nothing else in here. Okay, so that's one section where something died that needed to die. I'm pretty sure if I just gradually touch those spikes that I'll end up getting impaled and die. It was always funny to me when you're moving around in areas where you turn on the oh my mercy, where you turn on the stasis thing and you're walking through a door and it's moving so slowly, but if you just gradually bump it, you'll end up like injuring yourself or killing yourself. It's like it's moving so slow. Why in the world would it do something like that?
You know what they say, game logic.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, I can't wait. I get my stitches out tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
This has sucked.
Yep, I know what you mean. I've got a big discussion that I've got to have with because my follow-up appointment is next Monday, so I've got like a big discussion that I've got to have with them. Like, obviously I had the surgery, so I ended up noticing where my navel was that, it's supposed to go down or it's not supposed to be there in terms of how it looked. Well, when I went there my first time, they ended up telling me that they said, oh, well, this is some fluid that's kind of built up around here, and they said that'll go away over time. Okay, well, it still looks the same as it did before, like before I had the surgery. So I left it alone, left it as it is, trust them at their word, and then every day, it seemed like every other day, it's like it was going down, but then it seemed like it was going back to its normal size again. And I was like, what the heck is this? So here it is. It looks like now that it looks like the way that it did before, maybe slightly less larger than the way the hernia was before. But it feels like the way that it did the first time around before the surgery. So I don't know what the heck is going on, but like I was like pissed off because I had been patient with this for a long period of time, and it's just like starting to just get to me now, knowing how long it's been. I understand some healing can take longer, but regardless of that, like I don't know why it still looks the same and feels the same as the way that it did before. It doesn't make any sense.
Looks the same, feels the same, looks the same, feels the same. Shit, it smells the same.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping it ain't one of those situations where they're just like, well, it's just going to take time, and then 6 months later, well, it's just going to take time.
Yeah, and I'm going to be like, well, this short-term disability is just going to take its time because I ain't going back until this thing actually does what it's supposed to do. So,
personally, I don't think you should go back.
I really don't want to. I mean, it's coming. I mean, I had a deep discussion with you about it. I had a deep discussion with Jess about it. I've talked it over some with family of mine, and I need to be able to get into something else anyways. So.
Yeah, because, it don't do you much good to have, I mean, yeah, a job's a job, but I mean, if it's going to make your health worse, then, this ain't like the days where you're working in the coal mine. It's like, well, this is the only good job around, so I'll just put up with it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, it's one of those things. I didn't recognize it until now. Oh wait, it's dead. What was that? Oh gosh. Hello, Clarice.
Well, because back in the day, as far as good paying jobs, well, there weren't as many as there are now, obviously. But, in certain parts of the country, you might have only had one or two options to make good money. And, oftentimes that involved very hazardous and dangerous situations. Yeah, which is why the men worked and the women didn't.
Yeah.
But, there's all kinds of options now. Not to mention the fact that there's no such thing as employee loyalty.
Yeah, no kidding. Companies are really out for themselves. It's just like that talk we had before. It's like, yeah, people, if somebody's at a good job, they don't quit the job. They quit the managers. Yeah, exactly, because of how they are. So,
Well, that's true because, you know, I always hear this thing about, like with immigrants, like, well, they're just doing the jobs Americans don't want to do. And I'm like, well, that's nonsense. Americans will do any job if they think the pay is fair and they're being treated fairly.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, and it's become the case now where we've got so many people in this country, you know, with immigration, legal and illegal, that, you know, companies have the pick of the litter as far as that goes. Like, hey, you don't want to, you know, work for this really low wage and do all this hard work. Well, we'll just find some Mexican that'll do it for half the wage under the table. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, if we didn't have all these people here, the companies wouldn't be able to get away with that kind of crap. Kind of like how nowadays with social media, you know, women are in full-blown hypergamy mode where it's like at any given point, they're just like, hey, if I'm tired of the man I'm with, I can get online and find me another, you know. Where,
Yeah, exactly.
You used to, you had to be content with what was in your area.
Yeah, and of course, then things obviously started to change with dating sites and all that stuff, with how technology advanced over time.
Well, you know, on paper, the dating sites are not a bad idea. You know, because, like I said, on paper, you know, because you can meet people in your area that you might otherwise not run into because, you know, maybe you got a busy work schedule or other things going on. And, you know, so you get on there and it's like, okay, here's this chick. She lives this far away and this is what she looks like. Here's what she's about, what she's interested in. I mean, if, you know, people were actually honest, you know, then it wouldn't be a bad way to go.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not honest. It's just nothing but catfishing.
It's horrible. That's probably another reason why so many people that I've seen nowadays that go and talk about how they're trying to go out and find someone, and they constantly end up running into these obstacles. And that's another reason why it seems like a lot of people don't really want anything to do with dating websites nowadays as well, because of that kind of stuff. On top of the fact that you've got these websites that used to be free. Like, yeah, I can understand you having a certain amount of things on there that people would actually have to pay for. I don't deny that. But some of this stuff is like, well, why don't you give people access to things that you used to have free and have them be free again? Because I tried some of those dating apps before a long while back, and they ended up going and have where, oh yeah, you can download it for free. You can make a profile for free. You can browse for free. But if you want to do anything else or even try to get in contact with anyone, you have to put down a payment.
Oh, yeah.
So
Honestly, that's been like that for a long time. I mean, after I got divorced almost 20 years ago, you know, I was hitting up those sites, and even then, most of them wanted you to pay.
yeah.
You know, so they caught on to that scheme real quick. And even then, you know, the catfishing was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I've come to the conclusion that dating is stupid to begin with. Like the whole process is dumb. You know, because it's like you got to take months, sometimes even years, all depending, to figure out, you know, if somebody's right for you. When it would just be so. I think that's why arranged marriages seemed like a good idea in their time. It's like you don't have to worry about it. You know, Daddy doesn't pick somebody out for me, or Mama, or whoever, and we'll just make it work because we ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, nowadays it's like, you have to worry about so much stuff, you know, like, you know, it's like, oh, I gotta find some nice clothes, I gotta make myself look good, and I gotta put on my best behavior, and it's just like, you know. And then if you're a man, it's like, oh well, I gotta worry about if she's gonna be impressed with where I take her, and, you know, is she gonna care about how much money I make and all this crap. You know what? Me personally, I think if you're looking for somebody, you know, that's spouse material, I think it ought to just be a job interview. Yeah, I really do. I think it ought to just be a job interview. It's like, okay, you know, in this partnership, what are you looking for, and what are you bringing to the table?
Yeah.
And just don't BS me.
Yeah. Well, I think that's kind of how like some of these websites are with these dating websites, where they end up asking you a bunch of different questions and things that they're looking for in a person. It almost seems like it's a bit of a job interview. But I mean, personally, I feel like obviously dating is a good thing because of you being able to get to know each other better, and you're not jumping the gun on things. And even then, with arranged marriages, I mean, you could end up having somebody who could get arranged marriages, but they could end up being miserable the whole rest of their life, even though mom and dad was the one that ended up putting it together. So,
well, it wasn't just one mom and dad; it was no sets of mom and dads.
yeah, exactly.
And you know, just like for example, you know, I have to get when my daughter, you know, eventually, hopefully, you know, finds somebody decent. You know, she has to get my blessing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Because, you know, men and women are stupid when it comes to the opposite sex. So, who's going to be able to tell if this guy's any good or not better than the old man here? You know?
Yeah.
Because women are pretty stupid when it comes to that, just like men are. When it comes, you know, you put a nice rack in front of most guys, and they don't think about much else.
Yeah.
So that's where the mom would come in and be like, all right, you know, who is this chick? You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's understandable, especially going the classic route when it comes to that kind of stuff. Honestly, when you're asking the mother and the father and asking for their daughter or son's hand in marriage, stuff like that. I mean that that definitely is a good way to go. I think it's a nice, like I said, classic traditional way to go for sure. But when it comes to dating, it's just, you know, sometimes people are going to find out whether or not they work better as a couple, or they work better as friends, or where they work better with just not being around each other, period. So it can definitely make a difference. And another thing is, it's like, in a ways, when it comes to dating, I kind of feel like it could also end up making the person make that person be a better person over time, because it's almost like they're getting out of their comfort zone, out of their comfort level. So it's kind of opening them up to new experiences and new things that could kind of mold them a bit to a person that they would want to be or feel that they need to be. Because, you know, it's not like you're just trying to stick around and just be like a bump on a log or something. Oh, mercy. Not this again.
Yeah, I think it's more headache than work, really. Because, you know, you got all these supposed rules for everything, you know.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you always hear, well, on the first date, don't talk about religion or politics. And I thought that was really stupid.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, I agree.
Because it's like, you know, because if you don't line up, you know, spiritually or politically, I mean, then, you know, why not find that out the first date, figure out whether or not you should even waste your time?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, that's the first thing that I would end up going towards is dealing with. Hey, are you Christian? I mean, because if you're not, then we can't make this happen unless you're willing to actually be as such. That's kind of like the way it is with me now currently with who I'm dating. That was one of the main things that we ended up getting out of the way. So, that right there, I think, needs to be two top things that really need to be discussed whenever you're going to be in a dating situation with somebody. What the heck? I electrocuted myself. Stop it! Okay.
Is this the same Sherry? Because the name isn't the same.
Yeah, I think she changed her name around.
Yeah, women can't make up their mind to save their lives.
Good grief. Where is the thing? I guess it's through there. Yeah, they've definitely ended up bringing in some new things in here compared to the way that it was before. I don't remember this in the first game.
Oh, you were talking earlier about the asteroid thing. That is in the first game.
Okay. Yeah, but wasn't it like a shooting gallery kind of thing? Because it definitely wasn't like that in this one.
Based on my PFP. What does that mean?
PFP. I don't know.
That's what she says. Like, I change my name from time to time. Yes, based on my PFP, whatever that means.
PFP. Player focus profile.
Oh, personal
I
friggin'
don't.
preference?
Yeah. Oh, gee. Well, that's one way to say it. Ooh, schematics. Nice. That's peachy. Oh, gotta get through the door. Made it through the don't touch the spikes. That would be nice. Hey, that rhymed. Oh, there's a hole in my bucket.
Profile picture. Wait. Pro-life picture? Oh, awesome. Pro-life. That's the way to go.
Oh, okay. Well, that works. And to answer your question, the Dead Space remake, yes, Sherry, this is the remake. Indubitably. I rented it from GameFly, and I've been having it ever since I rented it from them. Because there's something else that I want to rent from them, but I'm kind of waiting a bit. There's another game, I forgot exactly what date it is supposed to come out. I forgot what it was. That's also next on my list, besides behind this other one that's already out. But I decided just to go ahead and just ride it out a little bit longer.
I had my son cut up a bunch of veggies for stir fry. My other son just woke up. So I decided to stir me up some veggies, but I didn't have any, like, meat or anything cut up. So I just got some of that Butterball smoked turkey sausage, cut it up, and then fried it all together, and then put it in some spaghetti. You know?
Nice.
So it's like, and it actually was really good. So I was like, hey, stir-fried veggies work for both spaghetti and stir-fried.
Yeah. Oh, that's Agent OOE, Sherry. That be him.
Sherry, that would be Agent Double OE.
Agent Ooey.
Oh, I wish you'd stop saying that. It pisses me off. Agent Ooey, it's the stupidest. It's like, how do you not say Agent Double OE? Come on.
Yeah, come on, man.
Agent Ooey. I swear, reminds me when Tanya used to say this thing, Agent Ooey.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's where I got it from.
Yeah, it's like, come on. How lowbrow can you get?
Yeah, and then what's her face ended up getting in on it too. Michelle, was that her name? I think.
Baker, yeah.
Yeah. Can't remember people's names anymore because they just kind of fell off the planet.
Yeah, I've talked to you a few times, and I usually make fun of you.
He has a tendency to do that with everybody.
That's my jam. Oh, I didn't tell you about this whole story. So the day I was going in for my surgery, there used to be a side entrance to get into the hospital, but they changed it. We couldn't get in because there was a keypad on it. So we had to walk all the way around to the front, and as we were walking by, there was a guy loading up a gurney in an ambulance, but it was empty, you know.
Yeah.
I think they was cleaning it or something. And I was just like, hey, how are you? And I said, just wanted to, check and make sure everything was clear. And she said, yeah, there's no body, is there? And I said, don't insult the poor man.
Good grief.
And he just had this look on his face like, I can't believe you just said that. And I just turned, I was like, have a good day. And then walked off,
Yeah.
And he didn't say a word. And my daughter she was just looking at me like, I can't believe you. And I was like, what? I was like, that was fun.
Good grief. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the implication meaning like, he lost somebody, so he had an empty gurney,
Yeah, exactly.
But I gotta do that. It's fun.
Man.
It's me. Oh, yes, it's me.
Yep, it's him. Okay.
Cue Skid Row.
I remember you. Yeah, I wish I could get that high when it comes to singing.
I ain't
What
put your
the-
nuts in a vice grip, you might get there.
Nah, that's okay. I'll pass on that. That'll be the reason why they ended up wearing such tight pants.
That is true.
Might have something to do with it. Yeah, we've had zombies all throughout this thing. Or necromorphs, as they're referred to as. Oh, by the way, I ended up watching the new Thing, the Thing movie that came out in 2011. When I was at Jess's over the weekend, because I was waiting for WrestleMania to start. And I watched it, and I was like, man, this doesn't have the same razzmatazz as the one from the 80s does. I mean, the way that the CG like body horror was like unique, given the nature of the movie. That was probably the only real standout thing out of the entire movie. Everything else was just like I don't know. It just like it didn't have the same feel at all. So.
my understanding is it was supposed to be a prequel. And,
Yeah, well, I guess so.
I mean, I haven't seen it because,
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of stupid.
Yeah, the way that it played out, yeah, I could see it being a prequel, but because it didn't, it kind of followed some of the basic plot, it seemed like, from the one from the 80s, but, it even took some liberties from it, from certain scenes from there, but there was also other stuff that was added in, too. And that kind of would, you could sit back and think of it like, yeah, that really does feel like it's some type of prequel or sequel or what have you.
Well, I mean, if done right, because even John Carpenter's The Thing was a remake of the 1950 something, The Thing from Another World.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I may have said this on the chat, but if you watch the original Halloween, round about the middle of the movie somewhere, that movie, The Thing from Another World, is on the TV in the living room of Laurie Strode's house where she's babysitting the kids.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And what's funny is that, like, if you watch people that are doing reaction videos to these movies and stuff, they think it's John Carpenter's The Thing on the TV, and it's like, no, this movie came out before that.
Yep.
You done screwed that up.
Yep.
Yeah, just like when you think of, when you think of Scarface, with Al Pacino, that was the original was from the 1930s, pre-Hays Code. So that's a black and white movie you can watch. That the guy's Italian instead of Cuban.
Yeah.
And that's one black and white movie you can watch where they're dropping F-bombs all over the place. Because it was before the Hays Code, which, if you don't know what that is, the Hays Code was where they hired a group of Christian, you might call them influencers, to come in and write out code to what should be and should not be allowed in movies, because Hollywood was allowing basically anything prior to that, and they were losing money because it was turning people off.
Yeah.
So that's when you had that whole period of, no sex, no nudity, no swearing, or at least, real obscene stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, in some ways I'm in favor of bringing back, especially with the garbage they put in movies nowadays.
Yeah, understandable. Absolutely.
Go back and watch a lot of those old black and white movies from that era, and I'm thoroughly entertained. Now, granted, within the prism of when they were made, but, I can go back and watch Casablanca over and over again and never get tired of it.
Yeah, that's another movie I need to watch.
I love that movie.
You both sound like brothers that are alike in voice. Well, we act like it, so...
Well, we're brothers in Christ.
Yeah.
So
yep.
There's that.
Although the way we act and talk sometime to one another, you would think we'd be brothers, so I guess that suffices.
In that respect, I would be the older brother.
Yeah, because he is older.
Yeah.
By like, what, 5 years, I think?
No, 7.
6? Oh, okay, 7. Yeah, exactly. No, Casablanca, not Castlevania. Yeah, it's an old movie from
1943.
Yeah, that time. Well, no reason for me to grab that. It's not like I would really use it anyways. I went to go do a little bit of grocery shopping today, and a few days ago, my uncle was talking to me about this ice cream brand called Fat Boys. I don't know if you've heard of them or not, but they got like, that's exactly what they're called. I'm like, yeah. I was like, if you ate enough of them, they probably would make you a fat boy. But they're like, there's ice cream sandwiches, and then there's like, you know, the Sunday ice cream cone things. I haven't tried any of them yet, but I went ahead and just got a pack of them today because I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. And they had it there where you could like buy two get one free, but basically it's like you were buying two of them for $8 and then get an extra one for free. I was like, I don't need all this stuff. I was like, I just want to buy one and pay like half price for it. Because that's the way that it is when you go to Food Lion. They're like, oh, you could buy one, get one free. Technically, yes, you could. That depends on how much you like the product. Or you can just buy one for half the price. So I kind of go that route.
Sherry said old is good. Well, thank you. I keep trying to tell these younger chicks I hit on that, but they don't believe me.
Yeah, because the older the berry, the sweeter the juice. Hey, he's like a fine one. Oh, man. A guy I used to work with used to always tell me that because he tried to... Actually, he's the manager now of environmental services at the hospital I used to work at. So he worked his way up from just a regular guy to a supervisor to the actual director of that department. And it's funny, too, because when I went to go have some of my pre-op, you know, x-ray and stuff like that before I had my surgery, one of the women I was talking to in the x-ray department, when I was telling her I used to work there in that hospital, in that department, she said, an environmental services is so terrible nowadays. She's like, I probably shouldn't have told you that. I was like, oh, well, I don't care. I was like, I don't work here anymore. She was telling me, she's like, yeah, she's like, they don't clean the x-ray like they should. She said, you know, that room you were in, I think should be cleaned every day, and it's cleaned probably once a week. And I'm like, yeah, they've really gone downhill if that's the case, because I remember it had to be an everyday thing when I worked here. So I don't know what happened, especially since the guy who I'm talking about ended up taking over as director. I figured, knowing how on the mark he was or tried to be about things, that he would have ended up fixing that situation. So I don't know. But when he was just a regular worker and became a supervisor, you know, obviously I was trying to date some ladies and whatnot. So he would try to hook me up with some of these older women that was there at work, and I'm like, dude, I was like, she's too old. And he ended up telling me that one day, and another guy that I work with who actually lives like just right down the road from me, he's a real good guy, he started laughing about it and started talking to me about it, and I was like, look, I was like, I don't mind having a woman who's a little younger, a little older than me. I was like, but I ain't going after some woman that could be like my mother or my grandmother. I was like, come on, man. I was like, that ain't happening. I knew that was going to happen. Stomp all the stuff and get all the credits to buy all the things.
Well, not to mention the fact that what he's saying makes no sense. You know, because the older they get, the drier they're getting.
Yeah.
You know? So, you know, what juice is he talking about? You know,
exactly. Yeah. It's like, what about if she ends up breaking a hip or something? You know what? I mean, what if some things start falling apart or falling off or what have you?
Actually, you know, a lot of women that say that they fall and break their hip when they get older, usually what happens is the other way around, you know, because they suffer from calcium deficiency when they go through menopause, that their bones become so brittle, their hip actually breaks first and then causes them to fall.
Jeez. What? Okay, then. That was that. Did I read that properly?
I know I did.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe that was a typo. Sherry, was that a typo? It didn't seem like a typo.
I don't know, but I think I need to put some more ice in my drink now.
Damn. Oh, man. I was like, well, let's hope so, especially at that age. On the road again. Oh.
Remember that stir-fried veggie spaghetti thing I was telling you about? Yeah, I'm about to
Yep.
finish it all.
Alrighty. Woo. Yep, this is definitely something new that they added from the first game because I don't remember it at all. Hello, Clarice. Oh no! Oh no! What am I doing?
Oh, no.
No typo here, gentlemen. Okay, I guess you were serious about it then.
You should change your name to Sherry the Super Soaker.
Jeez. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? What the heck was that? That's the line gun. Okay. Well, I got men's group this evening, so I'll be going to that. Then I'll head over to the lady friends after that. I was actually supposed to be going over there a little later on before I would go over to the men's group, considering it would also be closer. I was supposed to help her out with something. But I knew I hadn't streamed in a few days. Besides that time that I streamed and you hopped on there when I was over at her place, I thought I was going to stream a lot more, but I don't know, like it just wasn't suiting well with me after a while. But it was like close time for WrestleMania to start anyway, so. Oh, do you now? Well, okay.
Well, yeah. I haven't gotten wet in a week and a half.
Yeah, well,
Well, I'm not allowed to take a shower while I got this hand wrapped up.
Oh, okay.
I have to use bathing wipes.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, get all the essential parts and make sure those are squared away.
Yeah, make sure I wash my ass.
That's right. Don't forget your nuts because that's essential too. It's essential parts.
Well, not so much these days.
Oh, jeez. I ain't trying to impress nobody.
Yeah, I done had all my kids.
Yeah, maybe someday I'll have one. Sherry, I'm kind of worrying about you a bit.
She's talking about dipping in the pool.
Yeah.
From a hot sun, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you
Or
go.
maybe, a water hose with a white t-shirt and no bra.
Yeah, there you go. White shirts in a rain. Lord, they bring on a change. We knew she had a set, but when she got them both wet, you could see everything. I just stood there in awe. She didn't have on a bra.
There she was, bouncing all day long.
A cold wind hit her back, and I popped her rack. White shirts and rain. Oh, I already went through this way. I'm getting confused with the elevators and the levels and the stuff and the things and where the piss am I going? Oh no!
Oh man, if Sherry's out there in Tennessee, you better stay safe, girl. Here y'all, they're getting another tornado outbreak around that area today. Actually, I don't know exactly how far it spreads out, but I know the Midwest is going to get hammered today. Let me take a gander here.
Are you dead?
Actually, if I remember correctly, I think Chattanooga is on the east side, so maybe not. I haven't been to Tennessee in a while. Let's see.
It rained a little bit last night, as a matter of fact. I think it's supposed to rain Friday and Saturday, too.
Well, that was just stupid.
Go grab the thing.
Well, let's try this.
Booyah! Of course it awakens the dead. Of course it does.
Okay, it's more... Yeah, that's more on the east side, so she might be okay.
Crazy, crazy weather. But it is spring. It's known to happen. Spring and summer. Gotta love it in the South.
Well, I just looked it up. Yeah, Chattanooga. Okay, yeah, she confirmed Chattanooga's on the east side, so she should be okay. It's going to be more towards the middle western side of Tennessee and then further west.
Let me think about the thing. Let me think about the thing. Think about the thing.
Thank the Lord on that one. Texas, what do you want to go to Texas for?
Her boyfriend is over there, last I remember. Can I shoot through that? Is there something else over there that I can hit? Oh, there's a guy over there that I need to stab to get the thing in him. There's nothing to shoot over there, though, to make that thing go off. Not that I've seen over here. Oh, that's just glass. That ain't gonna... Oh, well. Oh! Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Texas ain't no better. In terms of weather, it's hot, it's humid, lots of tornadoes, and hurricanes. Especially if you live near the coast. And a few years ago, they had such a winter blast that it froze up their wind turbines.
Yeah, there it is. I fried the baby.
It's not what? Oh, I guess she said, where you said it was her boyfriend, she said they're just friends now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she had mentioned that to me before. I'd forgotten about it. That sounds even more scary. Yep. Ooh, I got me a thingy that says, a trophy that says surgeon. I guess I That was me killing a certain amount of...
What was that hurricane that hit a couple years ago? Was it Harvey? That did, it was a category 4 that hit Texas? Wasn't that the name of it?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy damage. At least in Tennessee, you don't have to really worry about hurricanes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta look that up.
Can't run fast across all the umbilical cords across the ground. Oh, there's gotta be something. There it is. Yeah, it ain't going through there. Will they go through there? No.
Yeah, that was it.
Man.
Yeah, it made landfall in, Port Aransas, I guess that's how you say it, on August 25th. Just north of Victoria, Texas. Yeah, that was a bad one.
Oh. Well, I don't know. He is from North Carolina, just like I am. He's like about a 40-minute drive down the road.
Yeah, he occasionally comes and hangs out. Not as much as he used to. Butthole.
Yeah. Yeah, we just get plans of things going, and we just... Life happens, and...
No, dating happens in your case.
Well, I mean...
We know where you're spending all your time.
No, it's not all the time. It's some of the time, but... And also, especially, oh my gosh! Especially also with me getting involved in this volunteer group that they have too, that also makes plans for things as well.
That's on the east side.
Yeah.
Moving on up.
But to the east side. Something partners in the sky.
Yeah, I don't remember the rest.
Oh, yeah, me neither.
Of course, I haven't seen that show in forever and a day.
Yeah. Oh, so I turn it on and the 0G turns off, which technically I don't want to do that. I'd rather just ride it.
Oh, I don't know if I told you, but the Mass Effect Legendary Edition was on sale again, so I went ahead and bought it.
Nice. How much was it?
It was like 17 and change.
Yeah, that's a good price. Just you get the whole kit and caboodle. That's a that's a game series I need to go back to, but I think I just need to. I sold the PS4 version. Reason being, obviously, with it being older hardware, since I ended up getting the Xbox at the time. So I have not gotten the newer version of it on either PS5 or Xbox, but that's what I was going to do, hoping that would change the dag-blasted frame rate, because no matter if you put it on performance or graphics, the frame rate still is... There's like freaking screen tearing when you're in performance mode. But when you go to graphics mode, there's frame drops. It's either screen tearing or frame drops you have to deal with this. It's ridiculous. I don't know if they'd fix that or what, but like I said, that's when I played it on PS4 when they re-released it, so I don't know how it is now.
Oh, I don't know. I got it. Well, I waited because when it initially launched, it had, you know, as usual, problems on the PC.
Yeah.
But supposedly all that stuff's been worked out, and the way you have to migrate your saves to get the continuity of your choices in the original, at least on PC, was a headache.
Yeah.
So I thought, why not? I still need to play Days Gone too.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so clearly I'm having to come up here. Hello there, Clarice. My goodness, it looks like Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, so Kevin is now on sale on Steam, $11.99. Oh yeah, I bought that game. Actually, I bought the collection. Oh, years ago. And I beat Infinite like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
mean, the story's kind of stupid, but I do like the gameplay.
Yeah, me too. Like, I've got all the BioShock games, but I've only beat Infinite. I haven't beaten any of the other ones.
Oh, you really should.
Yeah, I need to go back and do those for sure. That's definitely something that I need to remedy. Even though, yeah, I know the big reveal at the end of the first one too. So.
Well, you know, BioShock 2 gets kind of swept under the rug a bit, but it was actually a pretty good game too.
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of people have mentioned that. It's like, oh, it was just nothing like the first, but it was kind of cool playing as a Big Daddy. So.
Yeah, that was cool, and the Minerva's Den DLC was really good too.
Oh yeah, I heard it was like one of the better DLCs that came out at that point in time for like any game.
Yeah, well, it was probably one of the best, at least in the BioShock series anyway.
Yeah. That's one thing about whatever his name was that was working on the BioShock series. He always wanted to try to make stories that were trying to make it be like something you never experienced before. But even then, some stories are like, yeah, you can have a main story, but like the characters really do make up the story. You can have the most basic of stories, but those characters are stories in and of themselves, and they can really help carry the weight of the main story.
Well, the thing I didn't like about BioShock Infinite was they relied too much on the dimensional tears and time shifts and all that to try to get away with stuff. And not only that, but the whole anti-American, anti-Christian themes in it, I didn't like.
Yeah.
And of course the whole racism angle, I didn't like. You know, just a lot of that stuff was just like, come on, man. You know, like I don't want to put up with this crap.
Yeah, I agree.
The gameplay was good, but the themes and the plot was just kind of meh.
Yeah.
I mean, there were well, to be fair, there were snippets of a good story there. You know, a guy that wiped out in childbirth, and he got into drinking and gambling debts, and in a fit of despair, sold his daughter to pay off his debt, and then changed his mind. And I mean, like there could have been something there.
Yep.
But they just muddied it up.
Yep, sure did. Because like the ending kind of made sense to me, and then it kind of didn't. And then when I ended up looking at a video that kind of went a little bit more into detail about it, I was like, well, I guess that does make sense. It's a better sense than anything that I could think of. Oh my mercy. Mercy, mercy.
Yeah, what were they called? They weren't plasmids. What were they called in Infinite?
Wasn't it like elixirs or something? Because I know you had bottles. They looked like they were elixirs in them. I actually saw somebody actually made those bottles out of the game, which I thought was pretty cool. Like actual replicas of them. I think it was elixirs.
Well, no, what were the powers called?
Oh, I can't remember what the powers were called, but I knew you had like a fire one, and then you had I think like a wind tornado one. I think you had like a frozen one. I believe they were kind of based off a little bit of the ones that was in the first game, but they expanded upon it a bit with some newer ones. It had been so long since I played it.
They were called Figures.
Yeah, there you go.
I had to look it up. Couldn't remember. Which just shows you how much I paid attention in that game.
Yeah. Yep. On the road again. Okay.
You flying or just in zero G?
It was 0G. Which that was flying too, so technically I guess it's just one of the same.
I was just wondering if they, if that's something they added in the remake.
No, no. I hope they actually remake the second one. And the third one. Oh, that was weird. Did you see that? That was like a glitchy door opening. I thought it had something to do with... I'm going to check that out again. Okay, it moved fine now. Please don't lock me in here. Or glitch out on me. Now it worked. Okay. Yeah, it didn't have nothing to do with the way the game was made, making it seem like it was derelict and messed up. that was some frame droppage.
That sucks because you're playing on a PS5, which is supposed to be this super duper console, and yet you still get frame drops.
Yeah, that's what happens with software.
Well, see, that just goes to show you, like, you can have the best hardware in the world, but if the devs don't, code the game right, it's still going to happen.
That's right.
That's why I don't waste my time on getting the most expensive and best hardware for my computer, because it's like, man, half the time they release games in such a garbage state that it ain't going to matter anyway.
Yep. There's that lullaby they did in the commercial.
Yeah. Hey, Sherry, what kind of rig you running? She mentioned Steam, so I have to figure she's a PC gamer.
I think she's I think she also does emulation too. It's like this video that I saw a couple days ago when it comes to these these companies that take these games away and you can't buy them anymore. It's almost like emulation is a way to go. He's like, dude, it's not piracy. He's like, if you're not giving me a way to actually buy these things to play them, it's like, then it's just going and emulating them. Like what they did with the dadgum eShop with the 3DS and the Wii U recently, where they shut down those digital storefronts.
Me?
That's a long song.
Yes, you. I'm not talking to the hooker in my bed.
Now you know we can't talk nasty like that on this channel. We don't do that here. We're a family channel. Man, I thought I'd get a trophy for listening to that.
Lord, I apologize.
Lord, I apologize and please bleed with the pygmies in New Guinea, amen. Yeah. Die. Oh, the dolphin emulation? That's cool. Oh, there's the other place I need to be too. That's the other place I was at.
My son uses Dolphin because he likes playing a lot of the GameCube. Actually, I think it also runs Wii games.
I believe so, yeah, because Dolphin was actually like the code name for the GameCube before it released. Ooh, everything's blowing up, so nice and splatterfied. Yeah! Beep bop deep bop ba da pow. Open door, you stupid whore.
Hey, now don't be talking all nasty.
Oh boy. Alright, so now where are we going? Because this thing's been confusing me. It's up and down, left and right, in here, out there, 0G, over here, through the holes, back out again.
Yeah. Sounds like my round with the hooker.
That's good grief. I gotta get my money's worth somehow. Beep ba beep bop ba 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 ba. Ah! Oh no!
Yeah, you're sitting there screaming and there's no enemies. Now that's when you should be screaming.
Oh yeah, the enemy popped up right there at that moment. I guess it took a while for it to catch up with the streamy streams. Whoa.
Oh yeah, there's probably about a 3 to 4 second delay.
Why does that look pixelated with the weapon selection? Oh, it's a feature. Because you can hear Isaac's heartbeat going really fast after he gets in an encounter, and it gradually stops, and then... That's pretty cool. That's an interesting detail. I forgot about that. I should have threw that thing and blew him up. Well, that's blocked off. I gotta admit though, man, I love what they have done with the lighting in this game. I mean, I'm not kidding you. Like, it's amazing with how it moves, how the light bounces off of everything, and with like sparks from fire. You can even see like the sparks land on Isaac if you stand underneath it, and they just like cascade off of him and bounce off of him. But just the way they did with the lighting in this, I think that was probably one of the top things back when this game first came out that really stood out to me, was how they did lighting, and they just like amplified it in the remake.
Well, I can't remember if I sent you the video, but Unreal Engine 5, their latest update, is including path tracing.
Ooh.
Which is supposed to give extremely realistic lighting and shadow detail and all that.
Yep.
So now, yeah, we won't see that in games for at least a couple of years because they just put it in there. But
Another... Okay, well, that was weird. Another taxing thing on your systems. Ooh, here's a new place. I can't go in there yet because I ain't got no clearance. Oh, I hate when I get sprayed with stuff that I don't know what it is. I've already been in here. I sure did. Whew, that was a close one. you never beat Dead Space, but you played it. I don't know what in the world that little thing is that you're showing. That little emoticon, whatever it is. It looks like.
It looks like a fishing rod, with a fish on the hook.
Yeah, it does. She never fished it. She's played it, but she never fished it.
Maybe or finished it.
Yeah, finished it. Yeah, there you go. Fishnetted it. Okay, I screwed that up. Fishnetted it. After I finish this, I'm probably gonna end up going back to Resident Evil 4 remake to finish that, because after I beat it, I'm gonna see what kind of things that I can unlock, and then go back and play through it again to see how much it's gonna vary the gameplay up in terms of just like devastating enemies and exploration, I suppose. But one of the things is that I kind of hate is that you get these different types of points, just like you did in the other 2 remakes, that you can utilize to go and buy stuff out of the extra content shop that's there. So the only things that I care about buying is weapons and extra outfits. That's it. Because those outfits can also grant you different boons. I think that's what happened in like the first one when it came out back on GameCube and PC and PS2. And that's all I care about. I don't care about concept art or models or any of this other crap. But anytime I go in there to try to buy any of them, I can't get any of them. It's just the models and the concept art and all this crap. So I think I can't get access to that stuff until after I beat the game first. So I'm just going to stack up any points or anything that I gain throughout the game and then just get them like that. I may end up doing what I ended up doing like a year or two ago and paying like a couple dollars to unlock everything in Resident Evil 2 to grant me access to everything that there is in there. I may do that with a Resident Evil 4 remake if they have something like that, like when it goes on a sale, because like I still want to get Village, because I don't have Village because Tanya bought that, so I left it with her and the Steelbook and all that. But I would like to get Village again and play through it, especially with like that lightsaber weapon that you get, and play through it with those things. And all I got to do is just get that unlock key that they have. Yeah, that's not suspicious.
Take a breath, son. You're making yourself cough.
Yeah, I'm dying. Skins a DLC.
Seriously, I was trying to be funny. Well, keep trying, sweetie. You'll get there one day.
Trying is half the battle. But yeah, it's like skins. Yeah, skins a DLC. Like there is skins, but there's also weapons you can get. It makes it fun to go back and just like mow through enemies in that game. Matter of fact, that's something else that I want to do is play through Resident Evil 2 with everything unlocked. I started doing that, but I hadn't gone back to it since. But like 2 of the weapons that I have infinite ammo in them, so you already know that that's going to be like just mowing the ground with enemies. Well, except, Nemesis. I mean, obviously I can like stun him, but I can't. Well, I'm sorry, not Nemesis. Mr. X.
Oh, what do you think about the potential of them remaking Resident Evil 5?
I hope it happens. I mean, heck, they did it with 2 and 3 and 4, so why not? Make it happen. And make sure you keep intact with what it was supposed to be intact with in the first place, if you know what I mean, while actually putting modern standard gameplay elements into it to make it easier to get into. Because I've got the remasters of 4 and 5, and also Origins and 0. Was there another one that came out? Oh yeah, also Resident Evil. What was it, 6 as well? They remastered that, so I've got all the remasters, but like I could hardly get into 5. I guess just the way that the gameplay was going for me. So I don't know if it's just something personal that I just didn't feel like playing at that point in time, or if I just I'm gonna wait to see how the remake is if they decide to do it. Well, this don't look fun at all. It's all dark in here. Why is it so dark? I don't understand. Why is it dark in here?
Yeah, I've heard that where it's like talking about Resident Evil 5, like how it's so racist because it depicts black people as savages. And I'm like, well, You know, been to Africa or, you know, Chicago? I mean,
you know what it looks like over there in that country? You know how it is?
Yeah, but you know what would have happened, right? If they just said, oh, well, we can't do that, so they made all, like, the enemies and the population in Africa white, then they'd say they were whitewashing the African culture.
It's always something. It's always something to be argued.
Yeah.
Never please everyone. Never can.
Well, my advice is anybody making a movie or a video game just needs to stop. Just get off Twitter.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, hang on 1 second. I got a call from my grandmother here. I'm gonna see what the heck it is. 1 second. Just entertain the masses until I get back. You know, all one person that's in the chat.
You know, I guess Sherry doesn't count. You know? Oh well. What? Oh, no. Justin said entertain one person in the chat, and I said, well, I guess you don't count. That's what I said. And then I said, oh, well.
Okay, I'm back briefly. I gotta wait for old Granny to get up to the front door. She was calling me. I was gonna bring in a couple things for her. She got some food somewhere. From somewhere. Oh, yeah, this thing. Oh, my mercy. No. I am not sure. I was not here at the time. Come on. Hey, gummit. Open says me.
Toxic hazard detected. No, it's expelling all its gas reserves. It must be close. Isaac, finish it off.
Oh my gosh.
Toxic hazard cleared. And lo, you crushed the heads of Leviathan. He will be meat for those in the wilderness. Thank you, Isaac. Come back inside. We should talk. Exiting zero gravity. The air quality's improving. There's still pockets of gas trapped here and there.
Here and there, I can handle.
Listen, Jacob... My Jacob. Last I heard, he was on the mining deck with some other survivors. He said they were building an SOS beacon.
Did they finish it?
He said it was nearly done. But I haven't heard from him in... a while. I can't leave yet. I need to make sure the air is safe to breathe. But if you can find that SOS beacon, call for rescue.
I will. Mining deck. Okay, got it. And if I meet Jacob?
Tell him I'll find him. He's all I want to see.
An SOS beacon.
1 second.
With all the others. Isaac, there's a shortcut to the mining deck, near Cross's workstation. I'll get it open. Goddamn. We might actually get out of this nightmare.
Okay, I am back. And apparently everybody else is gone. Oh, great. I came back just in time for Justin to take a little boys' break. Do. Kind of feeling like Daffy Duck right about now. Come back and nothing but crickets.
Hello? Hello? I think, well, hello?
Yeah, I can't. Hey, you sound like crap.
Well, let's see how that is.
That's better.
Okay, I had to pull it out and stick it back in again. Had to help Granny unload groceries, and I was helping her put them up. It's funny, we both went grocery shopping today, and we both got some of the same things. A couple different things that were a couple things that were the same things, which I thought was kind of funny. So now we doubled up on a couple things. So now we got like 2 things of yogurt. And then I ended up getting some grape jelly with peanut butter, and she ended up getting strawberry jam for peanut butter. I was like, well, that is 2 different things, but it's still jelly jam related. I also ended up getting, I don't know if you've ever tried these before, but there's these sugar-free, winded and out of breath. Well, I was kind of boot scooting boogieing around, so plus dealing with this freaking cold situation. But oh, there we go. Let's just go ahead and buy. I can't buy it. Your inventory's full. Your face is full. I never thought I'd ever say, hey, let's sell some healing items, but hey, let's sell some healing items. All right. But there's these cookies, like it's called Rootman's Bakery. I don't know if you've ever heard of them before, but like, man, they're so brittle and tender with the way that the wafers are. They're really good, but like they have a handful of sugar-free flavors, and I ended up getting the sugar-free orange cream ones today. I was like, dang! I was like, that almost tastes like the orange cream ice cream bars, except it's in sugar-free cookie form. Or, well,
I guess you know who Sherry likes better. She wouldn't even talk to me while you were gone.
Oh, that's horrible.
So she likes you better.
Oh, well, we all need to like each other equally. We got to have equality in the channel. Testing your laptop on a game. What are you testing? I don't know if I've ever been down here before. Oh, no, I haven't, because I have to activate the thingy. For the tram. Oh, wait, it was already there. Well, that's funny. Oh, right down on top of it. Why in the world it closed back up? I don't know.
She must have just got a game, and now she's going to see how well it runs on her laptop.
Yep. I can't open it.
The Mighty Duck systems are running haywire.
The Mighty Duck system? Oh, Mighty Deck. I was like, the 1990s hockey movie?
SOS beacon might be.
Or movies?
Check the mining control room. The launch tubes there. Send out a beacon easy.
Anyone there? Hammond?
Beacon Easy.
Where are you?
Bacon Easy.
Yeah, those things are everywhere.
No, they get intelligence. They're all here on the creek. They lost one of them stabbed your friend in the head. He just stood there. He took the mile. They're going somewhere.
Hammond! Shit. Lost the signal again. We gotta find that beacon, Isaac. Fast.
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
No, I mean, what was she doing? It's always Isaac this, Isaac that, Isaac this, Isaac. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Just standing around with your thumbs up your butts?
Oh man. there ain't gonna be any left by the time you come over. But man, this carrot cake my daughter made.
Yeah.
She mixed in some molasses in the mix. Oh, dude, so good.
Awesome. That's a unique kind of flavor. I never really thought there would be any kind of flavor like that with carrot cake.
No, me neither. But man, it's the best carrot cake I've ever had. But man, does it jack my blood sugar up?
I would imagine that it would. Can't get in. Ah! There we go. It's slow. Well, can't get in there yet. Beat up, up.
Level 3 security clearance required.
Yeah, I was telling Justin about it. He's like, I never heard of molasses and carrot cake. I was like, oh, it's good.
That's a new one. Would you say I might be a little bit healthier?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I mean, with the extra sugar from the molasses, nah, probably not.
Probably not.
Nah, even she's saying no.
This is weird. Two of the mining subjects are locked down, even though all systems are running.
What game you tested, Sherry?
Well, goodness. I reckon I'll just go to all the levels. Or I go to the main one. Yep. Yep. Yep, we're going to have some babies pop out of the thingies, aren't we? Where are you? I know you're here. Yep, there you are. Full contact. Something about a something about a I don't know, it was a trophy. Now it moves. I can't get in the thing. Okay, so I guess they're all locked then. Let's see if the maintenance actually opens up. Trying to explore other things before I go to the main thing. Nier Automata. Oh, that's such an amazing game, Sherry. When I got that game, I was hooked on it like the whole way through. Even though, yeah, you play through it multiple times, but every time is always different. Like the second time is pretty similar kind of to the first one, but then like the other playthroughs that you go through, I think the maximum amount is 5, maybe, but like the other ones you go through are just like totally different. I just thought it was a real unique way to handle the game. And it's funny you should say that too, because the remake they did of Nier, which is called Nier Replicant, is a game that I'm also going to be going back to and streaming some, because I had beaten it once, but like there's a few other times to be able to beat it, to see what other things happen. And yeah, it's like I think you can like skip through some of the stuff that you already had done before, which is helpful. But like the way that those games are handled, it's kind of unique, but the music in them is great. Like, I've always loved the music in those games. I don't know if you've ever heard of like the mobile version that came out, but I've never been a mobile style gamer, which is probably one reason why I've been selling my handhelds. but like I've been wanting to probably try to actually watch a playthrough of that to see how it performs, see how it is. Yeah, that's a game that I think the Agent 00E should also give a shot too, knowing it's an action game, but it's an action RPG, but it's like really, it's fast paced and fun. So, beware, an RPG is ahead. Wait, oh, traps, never mind. Sorry, I thought that said RPG. I'm like, well, I was just talking about that genre, unless you're talking about a rocket-propelled grenade.
What is she talking about? IA that Halo. What does that mean?
I do not know.
I mean, I'm assuming English isn't her first language.
I
Types, but yeah, sometimes I don't. It gets lost in translation sometimes.
Yeah. I'm not a clue. Not a clue.
As far as Nier, I don't know. I saw you play Replicant before, and it looked kind of boring, but Automata looked interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the newest one that came out. And Replicant was supposed to be a remake. Oh, dang, did that just blow out? Okay, well, I was going to try to fry it, but I guess not. Let's see here. Okay, that works. Perfect. And then we bring this over here and drop it there. There we go.
Now you got to go back and get the thing again.
Yeah. To get through those other things.
Yeah, you know, it's like, why even have those there if they can be so easily circumvented?
That is true.
Like, oh, I'll just stick a crate in front of it. That, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollar security system there has got circumvented by a crate. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Way to go! I guess it was a fact that they never really expected Necromorphs to show up, but then again, who really did? That looks very alien up there, but it's not. It's part of the ship. Like in terms of how it was built.
That almost looks like the gravity drive from Event Horizon.
Yeah. There's a movie I haven't seen.
Oh, you should. It's great.
I've seen a few previews of it, but
Usually can't go wrong with a Sam Neill movie.
yeah.
Now, the critics panned it, but one of my favorite movies that he's in is In the Mouth of Madness.
Yeah, that's I think that was actually on Tubi last I saw. I'll have to check that out. Because I saw that it was on there.
I get that a lot of people were kind of put off by it, but I like it.
Yeah. Bench. Move, bench! Get out the way! Get out the way, bench! Get out the way! Yeah, put all those in there. That'll work. Yeah. No. No. Okay. That's all the way over there.
You know, in light of this Bud Light situation, I'm waiting for somebody to come out with a parody band and call it Beers for Queers.
Jeez.
And then do a song called Everybody Wants to Be a Girl.
Remember...
Everybody wants to be a girl.
Didn't they put out those radio commercials too? Real Men of Genius? Wasn't that a Bud Light commercial? Real Men of Genius.
I don't know.
Those were funny. Hang on a second, I'll be back in a second. I need to check something real quick.
Good Lord. I swear, Justin. Decide to live stream and then you're not here for half of it.
All right. That's up over that way. Did I save? I think I saved. Yeah, I saved earlier when I went through that other stuff, but whatever. So do it again. Gonna do it again. Oh. I was about to say, I was just surrounded by walls. No! I didn't think that I was gonna...
Level 3 security.
Yeah, no kidding. That hasn't happened yet.
Level 3 security clearance required.
Well, fart.
Here you go, talking all nasty.
Uh-oh. Breaking my own rules. Oopsie boopsie.
Launch tube sealed. Please contact Supervisor Dallas for authorization.
Find
Dallas.
a somewhere with the mining deck system. Got the SOS beacon?
No, the launch tubes are sealed. I need a deck administrator's rig to get them out.
The deck admin is Supervisor Dallas. He's on the processing subdeck. I've got activity for a Jacob Temple 2 maintenance subdeck.
Gonna make it there, buddy?
He left the SOS beacon there.
Maybe.
Oh no, my sinuses have been killing me.
Traps.
Aggravating, man, I swear. Every time I think I'm over something, something else pops up.
Okay.
Friggin' ears bothering me again. I was like, my gosh. I do have this prednisone here, but I was told that I should just go through the whole healing process of the surgery and not bother with it. So I'm kind of wondering when that process is finally going to be up, and then I was just going to go ahead and take it, because that'll probably knock this whole ear situation out, because I thought it was gone away, especially with the antibiotics that I was taking during the healing process, but apparently not.
Well, be careful, because prednisone is a steroid.
Yep.
You know, and it'll help put on the weight.
Yep, it will. It can get you hungry and make you start eating like you don't need to eat. Live stream test, be right back. Okie dokie. Oh, back around there again. But that worked. Okay. Was it up that way? Yeah, it's up that way. Oh my. What she's working on now?
Now, she's got a bunch of orders this week. Yeah, she's got a huge one tomorrow, and then she's got, I think, 3 more over the weekend. Yeah, and that's in addition to working 2 jobs.
Good grief.
So, she's a busy girl.
Hey, Liz, it's
Yeah, for sure.
I couldn't reach you. If you find this, I'm off deck, but I'll be right back. Got a call from another survivor. He sounded terrified. I'm gonna lock up the SOS beacon and go and get him. Best launch window's not for a while. Anyway, and he sounds like he's worth the risk. He's a doctor. Mercer, I think.
So, you giving any more thought to this podcast idea that I brought up, like 6 months ago?
Well, it would be nice to get some people readily available to be able to do it like once a week. I'm wondering what would be like the easiest platform to work with when it comes to putting up a podcast, like if it's Apple or Spotify or I know there's a bunch of other ones too.
I don't know why you just don't put them on YouTube.
Yeah, or that. That's true.
Because putting them on the other platforms costs money.
Ah, well, that makes sense.
Or or you can put them on. You can put them on SoundCloud. That's another free site. Yeah, because
that's true. I guess I would go where I actually have subscribers, which would be YouTube, at least to start out with. So.
Well, I'm talking in terms of just sticking to the free options. You know?
True. Hate this little dude. I need to start stomping. Bye bye bye. Are you kidding me?
Only sometimes.
That daggum thing, I swear. I thought that thing blew him all to smithereens, but it didn't. Let's see, and all the way out towards that way. Now save. Why would you have a save spot in an area that is going to end up having hostiles is beyond me. Well, actually, no, that wouldn't make sense because there's other places that I've been to that's like that.
Security request retrieved.
Dallas here. Security to the mining deck now. Dr. Kimes lost it.
Get back! I know how to use this. He'll live for the rest of his life if you give me codes for cargo bay.
Processing. Why the hell would we have codes for cargo?
I must get to the marker. We're running out of time. Give me those codes.
Christ, is this what you did to the captain?
No, Ben was an accident. Don't you dare compare me to someone like Mercer. I'm trying to save you. The marker's our only hope.
No, let him go. He's on. Where the fuck is security?
Well, they didn't sound too happy. Yeah. Hang on a second. No mercy. Y'all can't let nobody breathe, can ya? Good grief.
Well, you might want to clear the room first before you go doing stuff.
Yeah, actually, I thought it was certain points where I would actually end up activating them when they're supposed to come after me. But no, they were already loose on the floor, so... You know, there's trigger points. Let's see.
Oh, I don't know why I'm typing.
Yeah, I don't know why you're typing.
I saw her type that, and I'm like, oh, just instinctively started typing.
Yep. That happens. Oh my goodness. Can I get through this way? I can't walk up. I'm on fire! He's on fire! What's on fire?
Your ass is on fire.
Oh.
Zero gravity.
The administrative rig should be in the processing control room, but someone turned the fail safe. The control room door can't open until gravity is restored, but the system won't reset the gravity.
Guy I used to work with used to say that all the time. He was, I'm not sure what was wrong with him, but he had some kind of, retardation problem.
Yeah.
But, I mean, super nice guy, But, yeah, he was like maybe a year or two older than me, but he ended up dying from a brain aneurysm.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it sucked, yeah. That was back in the late 90s. And I remember I went to, what's that? What was his name? The race car driver, Jeff something.
Jeff Gordon?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he was a huge fan of that dude. Even had a baseball cap with his racing colors and number on it, number 24.
Yeah.
Which, ironically, that's how old he was when he died.
Good grief.
And so I wrote him an email saying, hey, one of your biggest fans passed away, you know, blah, 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 blah. And, oh man, his mother was a wreck at the funeral. Just, oh man, it was horrible.
Gosh.
But that was one of his favorite things to say. It was like, your ass is on fire. And he would just say it randomly, you know. And it used to crack me up.
Yeah, matter of fact, I used to watch a little bit of NASCAR when I was a kid, but that was only because my grandfather was a big like NASCAR guy, and he really liked Mark Martin, and me and my grandmother actually liked Jeff Gordon because of the fact of him being a Christian like he was, and so I guess we just kind of had that friendly competition with one another. For whatever brief period of time that I was actually watching NASCAR, but I wouldn't like really pay attention to it for the most part, just a little bit here and there, and kind of, you know, just jab him on a bit about him liking Mark Martin.
Yeah, I never really got into NASCAR because, yeah, I guess I just didn't see the point in just driving 500 miles in a circle.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, when I would get behind the wheel, I would drive that fast, just about. But I think the fastest I've ever been, at least as far as I know, is 145 miles an hour.
Jeez.
And that's only because that's as much as my speedometer would register. Because back in the day, I had a jet black 1992 Eagle Talon. And I wanted to see how fast it could go. So I was on this section of interstate where for at least 20 miles it was straight stretch. No curves, no anything. So I decided to ramp that thing up as fast as I could about 2 in the morning.
Is that when you wrecked?
No, I didn't wreck.
Oh.
No, I would have died if I had wrecked going that fast.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I would say so.
No, I wrecked because I was hungover and I was driving up to my grandmother's for my birthday because she was making me biscuits and gravy, and I wasn't paying attention and the traffic was stopped on the interstate, and by the time I hit my brakes, I skidded and on the road and rear-ended somebody.
Oh.
Yeah, that was not fun.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Though, everything was lit up neon orange on the inside.
Oh.
Yeah, it had like this charcoal interior, you know, jet black on the outside, automatic seat belt. Everything had a back, like a neon orange backlight in it. All the switches, all the buttons. Even it even had a 10-band EQ on the radio, and the sliders were lit up orange, you know.
Dang, man, that's like some futuristic stuff.
Oh, I know. It was almost like having my own kit car, you know?
Yeah, you just had to have the AI installed.
Yeah. But, oh man, I love that car.
Supervisor Dallas, final log. I've made sure they can't leave this subdeck. But neither can I.
Clearance
See what they did.
New laptop. Yeah, Sherry, check there or check Newegg. They oftentimes have some good deals.
To me.
Maybe even check Best Buy. Sometimes they have a sale going on with laptops.
I can't kill anyone when I'm in.
But whenever you go looking, make sure it's got the graphics horsepower for your games, but also make sure you have a good amount of cores in your CPU, because you'll need a decent amount of those to be able to game and stream at the same time. Well, all right then.
Yeah. Alright, that's enough of that. I ain't dealing with somebody screaming the whole daggone time. I thought it was going somewhere, but it didn't. So, I cut that off. No power. Okay.
The administrator's red game's location. You got it?
I got it. I'll check the maintenance subdeck for Temple's Beacon.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second.
Yeah, on average, Best Buy is expensive, but when they have a sale going on, you can find some good deals.
True, true.
But Amazon and Newegg would be your better bet. Man, I'll tell you what, dude, I have gotten so spoiled on this high refresh monitor.
I don't doubt that you have.
Man, everything's just butter.
It's butter. Now we're all the way down here. I gotta go get me one of them fat boys at some point.
Almost.
Ha ha ha. Oh boy.
He must be in the vents on the crew deck.
They're bringing something in.
That's the marker. That's the maker marker. Maker.
Make it stop. Make it stop.
What? That was the marker. Did you?
No. I didn't see anything. I loathe him if you will again. Just get the SOS beacon. I want off this fucking ship.
I think she wants off the ship. Why are y'all screaming? Way too many. No, we ain't doing that now. I thought I killed you.
Oh, you're welcome, Terry. And also, I mean, does it have to be a laptop? Because you probably have better chance of finding a desktop with the kind of processing power you need for about the same price. Laptops are more expensive than desktops, so you don't get as much for your money in terms of processing power.
That was fun. Reload all the stuff and the things. Okay.
Oh, well, truth be told, I don't really know because I build all my systems. So as far as name brands, oh, let me see. Let me get on Newegg here and see what they got.
Get on Newegg. Noogie egg. Oh, hello. Dang!
Justin bought him a desktop name brand and regretted it.
Yep, that kind of shot myself in the foot.
Log retrieved.
Record that. What difference does it make now?
Terrence, I know the marker is responsible for the outbreak. I need to understand how.
Signal. And it pulses, that signal can trigger alterations in genetic code. Neural structure even. You've felt it, haven't you?
But how do I stop it?
Mercer must know. He's taking all his marker research up to his room on the crew deck and sealed. No.
Plus, too, you know, it also depends on like what quality of gaming you want to do. You know, are you wanting, 4K, 180 hertz, or are you just wanting 1080p 60 hertz, or 60 FPS, or you want to play at ultra settings, medium settings? I mean, there's all kinds of factors that'll determine what kind of computer to get.
Well, just remember, I'm giving you up for 6 months so you can do this.
You loved Amelia as much as I love Isaac, but if I can't cure this outbreak, I'll never see him again. Please, help me.
39277. He must get into Mercer's room. That code should still work.
And also what your budget is.
Here. These are safer with you.
Man, didn't your granny teach you any manners? Let's just go there just...
Yeah, that's how I roll sometimes. It's kind of like that joke when Tanya was still around when she came over to visit. She's like, yeah, anytime he's going and streaming, he's always going, bleh. Then he just starts talking again, then he goes, bleh. And then you're like, no, sometimes it's just like he just stops, takes a pause, and then belches, and then he just starts back talking again like nothing ever happened. Oh, man. Which is true. Sometimes I act like it doesn't even happen.
I'm so sorry, Isaac. Look at the time difference. I'll call you back later.
Oh, well, yeah, that doesn't really leave you with any options there, Sherry.
You're right, Isaac.
It says he's broke.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll enjoy a long laugh. You know
Your only other option to use what you got is to dumb down everything to the lowest possible settings on your game, as well as your streaming quality. But then it might look like such crap, might not be worth it, I don't know.
Well, just remember, I'm giving you up for 6 months so you can do this.
You know what, we must again.
Oh wait, so they're telling me the same thing? What the heck? Okay, that's really weird. What time is it? 2:02, okay. I've gotta go, I gotta leave from here. Well, it's like 5:15 when I gotta leave.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the perks of PC gaming is that, you know, if you're trying to play a game and it runs like crap, you can go into the display or graphic settings in the game and turn down the quality of several different features so that it will free up some processing power to divert to, you know, frames per second so it runs better. So you might just, you know, try that and see if you can get it to work proper. Because, you know, trying to game and live stream at the same time does take a bit of processing power rather than just gaming by itself. That's why I built my computer that's somewhat hefty.
He's a hefty boy.
It's a fat boy.
That's right.
It is too, man. My desktop is heavy.
So you're saying you're top heavy? Or you're saying she's top heavy?
Yeah, she's just heavy.
All around, not just one specific spot, just all around.
But she does what I tell her most of the time, so I'm keeping her.
Yep, that works. I love it every single time I end up hearing some of these game reviews. It's like, you could finish this game in 6 to 8 hours. Well, I've been playing this game, going through every little thing that I can, except for probably a couple little clearance rooms that I hadn't been back to since I got clearance for it. And I'm over 14 hours into it. So clearly, these people just... I don't believe them. I don't believe them for a second. They're like, I played this on the hardest mode, and I finished it in 6 to 8 hours. You're a friggin' liar. I don't believe you. There ain't no way that you could play something on the hardest mode and finish it in such a short amount of time without you constantly dying or dealing with whatever the game is throwing at you in terms of ammo, health, whatever. There's no way. I mean, I'm playing on the easiest mode, and I'm over 14 hours into it and haven't finished it yet. I don't even believe crap like that anymore.
Well, just to make sure I'm clear on what I mean, when I say build computers, I mean I just, you know, pick the components and put them together. You know, I'm not soldering motherboards in my backyard or nothing. But, technically that is possible, I think. If you're talking just like the tower, the case that all the stuff goes in, you can get red ones. But if you're talking like all the components being red, that's next to impossible. And even if they were red, they typically charge more for niche colors like that. Most stuff comes in black or sometimes white. Stuff like that. Or they'll have like RGB lighting or something like that.
Oh my god. I can't believe you're here.
Uh-oh.
I thought I'd never see you again.
I thought I'd never see you again.
There's an SOS beacon nearby. We can call for help.
A beacon, right. They locked it in the workshop, but my clearance can get us in this way. I can unlock the workshop from here.
Nicole, there's so much I need to tell you.
I know. We'll have time, I promise.
No, we won't. Probably won't.
Hey, I meant to ask you, have you ever had spinach dal?
Spinach what?
Spinach dal, D-A-L.
I have never heard of that.
It's a Indian dish.
Oh.
Basically, it's like blended up spinach that's into kind of like a sauce, you know? Almost like I don't know if it's a cream sauce, but I know it's a sauce, like a spinach sauce. And it has like little teeny potatoes in it.
Huh. Interesting.
I've never seen you at work.
And yeah, I usually
I got you. Okay.
get these little. Well, they used to have They used to have these Tasty Bite brand little pouches that you just peel open to vent and you put them in the microwave, you know.
Yeah.
And they used to sell them at Food Lion, but they stopped selling it.
I love you, Isaac.
So now the only place I can get them is online. So I've been getting them from Amazon. But I usually have them with another Indian dish, like tikka masala or vindaloo or something like that. But the other day, I made a butterball turkey breast, and I made my usual marinade that goes on to it, which is like balsamic vinegar, ground rosemary, garlic, onion, salt, pepper, all that kind of stuff. But so I decided to try, turkey, jasmine rice, and put some of that spinach dal on the rice. And man, so you've got East Asian rice, West Asian, spinach dish, and then good old American turkey, all together. And it's one of the best dinners I've had in a while.
Nice.
It was really good.
It's kind of funny how you're coming up with all this new stuff to cook and to eat. I actually ended up trying. When was it? I think it was like a few weeks ago. Jess and I had gotten Chinese food, but we had gotten like crab rangoon, and I've never had crab before. So I tried it out. Yeah, and I tried it out, and I'm like, huh. I was like, well, not really a fan of the crab, but like the stuff that it's in, like the little pastry things or whatever it is, was good. So I was like, yeah. I was like, it's all right. I guess maybe I just need to try like a seasoned version, because if there's no seasoned kind of stuff and stuff that I'm eating, then I don't know, it just has that bland taste.
Well, crab rangoon, it has the crab and the cream cheese filling in it, and typically that suffices.
Yeah. Man, I tell you what, I will always pick Japanese over Chinese food any day of the week, because we ended up getting some after church on Sunday, and we went to that place that's there in the mall, the Dying Mall, that has like 2 restaurants, pizza and Japanese, in the friggin' food court. And
yeah.
And well, they're both good. And I mean, yeah, you do pay a pretty price for the Japanese one, but the Japanese place used to be an actual restaurant, so it's like they're charging restaurant prices. But man, they know how to cook that stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I think it's called Nakados or something like that, Nikitos, whatever it is. But it was definitely really good, and it really filled us up too. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, if I could have this like at least once a week, I think I'd be happy. happy.
Yeah. Yeah. You want poontang? Good choice, cowboy.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, I love hibachi.
Oh yeah, yeah, me too, man. Absolutely.
We
There's
actually
a-
got some of that not all that long ago.
That's some
from
good stuff.
Osaka's.
Yep.
And, oh man, it is really good.
Like everything is just so fresh. Like the veggies are fresh, the meat is fresh, it's cooked really good, and then you put the sauce in there with it, and you mix it up, and it tastes just as good. It's just like I don't know. Like anytime I ever eat Chinese food, I have lesser of a palate for Chinese food than I do Japanese food because I feel like if I'm comparing the two, everything is fresh with Japanese food, but Chinese food, it almost tastes like pre-packaged frozen crap. You know? So, I don't know. It's always been that way with me when it comes to my taste. It's weird.
Well, oftentimes when people compare Chinese food, it's because they usually go to the buffet, and that's a mistake. If you get the stuff freshly made, like when you get takeout, it's usually a bit better.
Yeah.
Because I get takeout from this Chinese place up the road, and the food's always good.
What's the name of it? I have to check that out at some point.
Well, you've eaten it before, Zing's Garden.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. If you order the food off the menu, it's pretty good. But if you just go up there and get it off the bar, then you're eating food that's been sitting out for an hour or two.
Kind of makes me feel like they end up taking some stuff from the bar that was left over and pre-packaging it for when people order it to go.
Yeah, they will do that if you're not. Now I know they don't do it up here, but I do know some restaurants are willing to do that.
Yeah. That's how I kind of tasted some at the Chinese food place that I went to over in Cartersville when I was still living over there, how some of that stuff was. It's just like, man, some of this stuff is good, but the rest of it tastes like, I don't know what in the world y'all are doing with it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I like sushi.
Yeah, I've never tasted sushi. Matter of fact, Jess was asking me about that. She says she's tried it before, but she's been wanting to get more in depth with trying more flavors out when we were getting Japanese food on Sunday. And I said, no, I've never tried it before, honestly. I said, I have to give it a shot someday.
You've eaten raw meat that smelled like fish, so you come close.
Honestly, I can truly tell you that has never been the case. I have never had any that has smelled or tasted as such. So I guess I was lucky on that end. Thank goodness.
Or you just had a cold.
Well, that could have been the case too, as far as I'm concerned. Forbidden City. I guess they must have forbidden fruit style dishes there.
Wasn't that an anime?
Forbidden City? I think so. I think it was one from the 90s.
Actually, I think it was from the 80s.
That could be. Anime from the 80s and the 90s has always been like top-notch stuff.
Hold on, I gotta look that up.
Wasn't that the one where the chick had she transformed into a spider and her snatch turned into like spider fangs or something?
Spider fangs?
Yeah.
Now, I know there's a movie called Teeth.
Yeah, I've heard about that one.
But as far as what you're talking about, that don't sound familiar. No, I'm looking it up, but I'm not talking about Forbidden City, but it must have been called something else. That I'm thinking of. No, I think it was called Wicked City.
There you go, that's it. Matter of fact, I think I have that one on DVD. I've got some older animes on DVD and Blu-ray, so
Yeah, I was right. 1987.
There you go.
Clearance confirmed. Exiting zero gravity.
Sherry said that they have a Asian restaurant in Chattanooga called Forbidden City.
Hey, yep. Wonder how it tastes. Last time I went to Chattanooga was probably along the outskirts of Chattanooga. When well, that was actually the first time I met you in my streams, Sherry. It was you and back when I was with my ex-fiance and one of her friends. And Michelle, I think, was her name, and she actually lived. That looks familiar. She actually lives in Chattanooga. Yeah, squirrel.
Chattanooga, choo-choo.
That's right. What he said. Yep. That's right. Yeah, you popped up one day and I'm like, hey, there's a new person in the chat. But I don't have that anymore because, you know, anybody that I had gotten who, I don't know if I ever told you that story or not. I'm not going to go all into the details about it, but maybe someday. But like she and it was me and an ex-friend of mine, and she had a lot of people who were on her channel. She's got like over 1,700 subscribers or something, but not also at the behest of my ex-fiance, who also helped her to reach those numbers. And then she just pretty much just crapped all over her and on me and just abandoned us. You know, she wouldn't have reached those numbers if it wasn't for her as well, because people were also going there to see her. But you know, that's a whole other story. But I used to have other people that are friends with her, go to her channel. They used to come to my channel. You know, it was kind of like a collaboration kind of thing. But of course, that all fell apart, you know, because, well, it was a lot of factors, you know. But I mainly think that it was God was the one that ended up causing all of that to happen. But yeah, that's one reason why I don't have as many people in my chat anymore, because I don't run with the crew anymore, as you would say. And honestly, I don't want to run with that crew at all. I'd rather not have them in chat at all.
Well, it's like George Washington said, it's better to be alone than in bad company.
Yep, that's the truth. Bad company, I can't deny. Bad company till the day I die. I was trying to sing the Five Finger Death Punch version, but it didn't work.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Isn't that cute? What the heck is going on here with this stream? Oh, yeah, thank you kindly. I'm glad you found me too. I try to be as wholesome as I can, but sometimes I have some jagged edges.
It's like that old Tom Petty song. Say, you got lucky, babe, when I found you.
Ah, jeez. Oh, man. Song? No, I haven't. I've heard some Tom Petty stuff, but... Well, there goes the number.
Well. Yeah, you might have to do that again, because you just put your phone number on a live stream.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Ain't nobody gonna come in here and see any of this, though. I don't think that anything would happen. unless you want to delete it. I mean, you do have the power to do that, especially given the fact that you're an administrator. Well, even if you weren't an administrator, it's still, you can still take it off. Oh, here we go again with this crap.
Yeah, it'd probably be best if she did. Just yeah, you don't want to run the risk.
Yeah. I love watching them fall. That's funny. That's great. But yeah, you could trust us, but not like other people.
Yeah, it ain't us you got to worry about. It's anybody else that might pull this video up.
Yeah.
Lots of stalkers out there.
Yep. Let's see here. I'll tell you what, I'll take care of it. There we go. And even then, I mean, we already looked at it anyways and would have gotten it down, so there you go. Let's see. Yeah, we also, we've got Discord as well. Haven't used it in a while, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, now that'd be better. You know, it's not smart to put your phone number up on a live stream.
Right.
Discord's a different story, you know, because you can block people a lot easier than you can block them off a phone number.
Yeah.
Especially since you said you just got a new phone number. Not the wisest thing to do with a new phone number is to put it out for all to see.
Yeah. What the heck is it? What the heck? Oh, I short-circuited it somehow. That's cool. Oh, well, maybe I just dragged something through it and it caused that to happen. That's strange. Okay, that's weird. Why aren't those there anymore? Those blocks weren't there anymore, but that one's there. That doesn't make any sense. Boy, I wonder what the men's group is going to have tonight for supper.
Oh yeah, what the men bring food? Or how does
Yeah,
that work?
well, the men they either buy something and bring it, or they cook it and bring it, or maybe their wives will cook it and they bring it. What's kind of stupid is Jess told me that none of that happens in the women's group. I was like, are you kidding me? I said, if there was anybody that I thought would end up doing it, it would be the women's group. She's like, no, we just get a bowl of candy there. She said, they don't bring any food. I said, that's retarded. I was like, what's wrong with the women's group? I was like, y'all have the ladies go there. You ladies like to cook. I was like, why don't y'all bring something there for all the ladies to eat? She's like, I don't know. She said, I think it's stupid. I was like, I said, yeah. She's like, if the men can have it, then the women should be able to do it too. I said, you're right. I was like, I don't know. That's just total backwards to me. You think it'd be the other way around. But yeah, like some of the guys cook. It's just like I told you, like last week they had pulled pork. That was really good. I wanted to have the barbecue version, but considering I was still dealing with my ileus thing, I wanted to have it, but I didn't want to like mess up my stomach, so I just got like the non-seasoned version, but it was still like smoked pulled pork, and it was still like really good. So I'm not sure what they're gonna have tonight. Yeah, like they'll have salads, or they'll bring pizza, or they'll bring Publix fried chicken. Or, if they decide they want to cook something like last week with pulled pork, or even like one guy brought like a chicken, it was like a chicken noodle casserole or something like that one day a few weeks ago. He made it himself. anything they could think of. Matter of fact, those two necromorphs were doing the dirty in there, I guess, and they got mad and came after me. But well, there was another one that one of the guys ended up bringing. I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, there was one time where one of the guys ended up bringing some lasagna, but he brought it from Publix. It was like you could get 2 of these things for $13, but it was like really good lasagna that it's already prepackaged and stuff, and you just bake it. But it was like really good stuff, and it had a little bit of a kick to it as well, which made it like taste even better. Well.
Yeah, I told the boys. Yeah, I said any woman you date, if she don't know how to cook, or at least has this thing about I'm not going to be stuck in the kitchen. I said just ditch her right there. Do not bother with a woman if she don't know how to cook, or at least ain't willing to learn.
Yeah. Yep. Always good to know that you can find a woman that can cook. That's for sure. I mean, I don't mind cooking myself. I actually made those nachos that I was telling you about a couple nights ago. I did that really well. I thought I browned the meat all the way through as best as I possibly could. Then I put in some taco seasoning with a little bit of water because you had to put that in there, and stirred it all around. Then I drained it afterwards. I was like, dang. And it's always good, like when a woman cooks for you and you compliment her on her cooking, but it also feels just as good when you cook for a woman and she compliments you on what you cooked. I was like, yeah. I was like, I put Gordon Ramsay to shame. After she got dead. Yeah.
Well, man, anytime I make food, I'm always asking, hey, how's it taste? Good? Did it eat anything?
Yeah.
Because, I take pride in my craft whenever I make food, So I want to make sure it's up to snuff,
Exactly.
But at the same time, if I'm dating a woman, there might be those times where it's like, you know what, I don't feel like cooking. You cook something.
Yeah. Yeah.
She think, oh, yeah, you're not going to impress me putting me in the kitchen. Well, then you can just get the hell on out the door.
I ain't doing all the cooking.
Yeah. I mean, besides, I haven't met a woman yet that can cook better than me anyway.
Dang.
The only woman that could cook better than me was my grandma, God rest her soul.
There you go.
Now, my daughter can bake better than I can't bake to save my life.
What about it?
I'm no good at it, but she's a natural.
And you get yourself
but she can't beat the old man when it comes to cooking food. She's good, but not as good as me. But when it comes to baking, she's a whiz.
She's got that down to a science.
Oh, yeah. Well, Sherry, with a name like that, I hope you're a woman. A real one with XX chromosomes.
Yeah. What he said.
And not the kind they're putting on Bud Light cans.
Exactly. I can see it now. They'll bring back that I Love You Man Bud Light commercial, and all of a sudden, the guy or tranny or whatever turn to him and say, he'll be like, I love you, man. And he'll be like, it's ma'am. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I love you, ma'am.
Yeah.
I don't make that a status. That'll be funny. do.
Well, that's good because transgenders aren't real. That's all made up nonsense.
Alrighty. That's the truth.
I know. I talked, about a decade ago, I got my daughter into softball. Just, give her something to do. And of course, it didn't last because, well, she wasn't very good. And she wouldn't get along with the other girls. So, because, she grew up in a house full of males. So, she's wanting to sit there and talk about Call of Duty. And, they're over there talking about makeup and boy bands. So, it clicked. But
yeah.
I was telling her, I said, I'm glad she didn't get into any sports because now, all a boy has to do is just put on a wig and lipstick, claim to be a girl, and then break all the female sports records. Wouldn't be any point.
Yeah, no kidding. The heck?
Well, yeah, no, it's not real. Like all the transgender stuff, it's all made up. But there's so many people that are buying into it and actually enforcing it as if it were real. It's kind of scary, actually. But to be transgender in the literal sense of the word would mean you would be able to change your DNA. And you can't do that.
Exactly. It is absolutely impossible. Where's the thing for me to stick in here? What the frickin'... Why must you confuse me so? You stupid little hoe. I don't see the thingy anywhere. Oh, I guess I have to take it from one room to the other then.
From the window!
To the wall! That's right. Go in the door. Oh, hello.
Woman turns into a man and man turns into a woman. Well, no, not really. That can't actually happen. It's all fake. It's all pretend.
Oh. Oh! I go and sell those things. Ah! Yep, it's makeup.
Yeah, and where are the feminists? You know, where's the feminists that are out there, you know, protesting and marching about them letting men, biological men, into women's sports? You know, they're nowhere to be found. And that just shows you feminism was all fake too.
The asteroid's held by a few gravity tethers. There's no emergency shutdown. I'll have to disable it the hard way. Plant the SOS beacon on the surface.
Okay.
Where did the thingy go? Plant the SOS beacon. Okay, I think that was all the way up there. But I want to see if there's anything else for me to grab onto. Or shoot. Or grab. Or something. That ain't gonna work. Beep bada boo da bow. Beep bop beep da boo.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Wasn't that,
Now that, yeah, that definitely looks like the gravity drive from Event Horizon.
well, there goes my legs. I mean, an oopsie boopsie. Got a few inches cut off of me. Oops, I did it again. I blew off my legs. My friend.
Oh yeah, there's a banger.
That's what she said. Oh, these both lead to the same thing.
Entering zero gravity.
The asteroid's held by a few gravity tethers. There's no emergency shutdown. I'll have to disable it the hard way. Plant the SOS beacon on the surface.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. You got to plant it on the surface, so you have to do the thing to slow it down at the same time to plant it on there. I think that's what you're supposed to do. Yep, my legs went kaput. I think you're supposed to hit it at the same time. Like that, yeah. That doesn't help. How do I stick it on there? Plant the SOS beacon. Okay, well.
Well, if you blow off your legs, you can buy a smaller coffin and save you some money.
There you go. Okay, it's telling me coffins half price for half your legs.
The cheaper we get them shorter, y'all can just chop my legs off.
That's right. Stuff me in that box. Oh my gosh. I don't remember things anymore.
How do you shop through a casket? Way down it?
Yeah.
Well, there's a nail in this son of a bitch. I can't lay down this and poking me in the back.
Oh my gosh. Ronnie Carrington. Well, isn't there a thing around here where I can get... There's some explosive thingies here. Am I supposed to blow them off? Oh, that shows it needs to be I think I need to slow him down and then blow him up. But where's the thing for me to get stasis stuff? Oh, for the love of Pete, I went across the thingy. Good grief. I swear.
So, me and my son were talking yesterday because somebody that he works with sent him a meme, and it says, how is a hooker and Jesus alike? And it says the face they make when you nail them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and he is like, man, he goes, this is, I don't want to see this crap, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yep, it's that time of the season where all the atheists and blasphemers and non-believers and stuff make fun of Jesus. Just like that one time that I told you of this guy that I used to go to college with, and I was friends with him on Facebook, where he ended up going and posting something one day that just made me sick, where he said, oh, happy zombie Jesus day, and there was like these zombie versions of his disciples that had taken him down from the cross, and Jesus was a zombie, and they were like eating his intestines. Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's a real classless kind of thing. You know?
Well, you know, I told him, I said, there are, you know, Christian jokes that are funny, but that wasn't one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I told him one, and I don't know if I ever told you this one, but, yeah, it's where Adam was walking around in the Garden of Eden, you know, and just marveling at everything God created. After a while, he goes, God, you know, he goes, not that I don't appreciate everything, he goes, but I'm getting kind of lonely down here, because it's just me, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, and the Lord responded and says, well, I'm working on that, you know, because I'm going to give you the perfect mate, because she'll be pleasing to the eye, be totally submissive, will do anything you ask, please you in every way, but it is going to cost you. And he says, well, what's it going to cost me? And he says, well, an arm and a testicle. And he says, ooh, not that, huh? And he goes, well, let me think about it. So he thinks about it for a bit, comes back, and he goes, I don't think I'm willing to give up an arm and a testicle. He goes, so what can I get for a rib?
Oh, man. Gotta make sacrifices somehow. That's for sure. Let me look this friggin' thing up. This is like aggravating me a bit. I can't remember how it used to be back in the first game. Okay, this ain't gonna. Let's see here. All right. Okay, that slows that down. And okay, well, this slows it down to a crawl or a stop. But oh, that's right. I gotta fight those thingies. I already did that. Oh, so you have to use that on there to stop both of them. And then... Oh! Well, fancy that. Well, I mean... Okay. I thought that was going to end, but it didn't.
Okay, I found it. I was remembering a joke about God creating dog and then creating cat.
Yeah.
and it's an old one, but I found it online. Listen to this. It says, a newly discovered chapter in the book of Genesis has provided the answer to where do pets come from. Adam said, Lord, when I was in the garden, you walked with me every day. Now I do not see you anymore. I am lonesome here, and it is difficult for me to remember how much you love me. And God said, no problem. I will create a companion for you that will be with you forever and who will be a reflection of my love for you, so that you will love me even when you will not see me. Regardless of how selfish or childish or unlovable you may be, this new companion will accept you as you are and will love you as I do, in spite of yourself. And God created a new animal to be a companion for Adam. And it was a good animal, and God was pleased. And the new animal was pleased to be with Adam, and it wagged its tail. And Adam said, Lord, I have already named all the animals of the kingdom and cannot think of a name for this new animal. And God said, no problem, because I have created this new animal to be a reflection of my love for you. His name will be Dog. And Dog lived with Adam and was a companion to him and loved him. And Adam was comforted. And God was pleased, and Dog was content and wagged his tail. After a while, it came to pass that Adam's guardian angel came to the Lord and said, Lord, Adam has become filled with pride. He struts and preens like a peacock, and he believes he is worthy of adoration. Dog has indeed taught him that he is loved, but perhaps too well. And the Lord said, no problem. I will create for him a companion who will be with him forever, and will see him as he is. The companion will remind him of his limitations, so he will know that he is not always worthy of adoration. And God created Cat to be a companion to Adam, and Cat would not obey Adam. And when Adam gazed into Cat's eyes, he was reminded that he was not the supreme being. And Adam learned humility, and God was pleased. And Adam was greatly improved, and Dog was happy, and Cat didn't care one way or the other.
That's right. That's right. Although I will admit, recently, that there's this other cat was Jess's cat. She actually seems like she's starting to become more lovable than she used to be. Come on, man, what the heck? Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't, really pet her or anything, but she's always like nuzzling up against me. I made a joke last night as we were taking some pictures when we got back from the dinner movie theater place. She was taking some pictures of me, and the cat was like constantly around me and like rubbing up against me. I was like, yeah, I'm a pussy magnet. And so obviously she got a kick out of that. And the cat's butt was like in the photo because she was like right up against where my leg was. So that was funny.
Yeah, I love my cats. I'm kind of hating life though, because this Saturday will make a year since my cat died.
Yeah.
It really sucks. Yeah, she was a blessing.
Good grief.
But we still have her children.
Yeah, that's true.
They're just as cute and lovable and quirky as she was.
Good grief. That was stupid.
It's not the game, it's the player.
Well, I mean, I destroyed those other two things before, and now the other ones didn't want to respond. Come on.
Warning. Warning.
Finally.
Payload 8772 is no longer tethered. Untrained personnel must leave the mining bay immediately.
And this means I can post the thingy now. There we go. Launch the asteroid. Oh, it's down this way.
Exiting zero gravity.
Okay, it's still up there. How long have I been streaming for? Let me check. Oh, over 3.5 hours.
Yeah, because you have no life.
No, I've got a life. I just got things on pause right now. Come on, where are they?
Yeah, she was my baby. But we still have her kittens.
Oh no.
She had 5 of them. We gave 2 to friends of mine, and we kept the other 3. And they are now 8. Well, they're not kittens. They're 8 years old. But yeah. This really sucks. I wish you could get on the PlayStation Network on an app on the computer instead of having to go through the cell phone.
That would be nice.
I don't understand why they don't do that. I mean, if you know, they're going to let you get on the app on your phone, why not an app on the computer?
I know. Makes perfect sense. But hard be it for us to talk about anything that makes any sense to Sony.
I know Sony does a lot of things just makes me scratch my head.
All right. That helps. I gotta bring that thingy over here.
Well, here's hoping the pets will be in heaven.
Yep.
The Bible doesn't actually say one way or the other, so I don't really know.
That is true.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, God could do it if he wanted to. I just don't know whether he will.
I don't know. Oh, mercy. Just to get that money, I almost toasted myself. Okay, there we go.
That sounds like Mario off Mario 64.
Oh, I burned myself. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new movie is out this week too. I wonder how that's gonna go.
I know a lot of people were down in Chris Pratt's, voiceover.
Yeah.
And admittedly, I kind of have to agree because it just don't sound like Mario.
Exactly.
I mean, I like him as an actor, and seems to be a pretty decent human being overall. But yeah, I just don't think that was the right role for him, honestly. But
They probably told him that. I guess they told him that they didn't want to feel like they were having any kind of Italian stereotypes, which is absolutely ridiculous given the fact that Mario threw out over 30 years of games.
minute.
Well, you know, I can't stand that because, you know, they call something a stereotype, but yet that is what Italian men sound like.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, that's like when they censored the old black woman in the Tom and Jerry cartoons. They dubbed her voice. It's like, have you been to the South? That's how old black women talk.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You know,
Oh no.
You're not being prejudiced or stereotyping when you're being accurate.
The system can't lift the lockdown.
Override the manual door release.
I'll try.
They act like there was no such thing as old black women with a heavy southern
Damn
accent.
it, the explosion's right
Like,
out
if you
of
come
the
down to the South, there's all kinds of them.
Hold it off.
I hit it in the face with something. That's funny.
I got it. The manual
Manual release is ready.
Come on.
Sherry says
My
she
gosh.
has a PlayStation 3. I'm surprised she hasn't come into the party. You know, she could get on here and chat with you since she's got a PS3.
I think so. I think she could. I think the stuff should be the same.
I mean, PSN, right?
Yeah, that's true. At least it should be. If it's not, then that's retarded.
Yeah. Or if nothing else, you can just do like I do and get the PS app on the phone.
That is true. Ooh, I got me a new thingy. Let's get the thingy. As I'm probably gonna get a daggum alien like right in front of my face the moment I come out of here. I don't know, let's test that theory. I know those need to be sold. I shouldn't have bought that. Not at the moment. That's okay. I will survive. No!
Why? No.
I think it's gone, but I can't be sure. The system's bugged out again. I'm getting those camera glitches. The ones that look like my brother, waving at me. At least the beacon's away. I'm aligning the... Wait. Array receiver not responding.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
We never fixed it. Guess there wasn't a broken encoder.
Have you tried the Starry drink?
Was wrong too. No problem.
Yeah, it's the rebranding for Sierra Mist.
I'll have
Yeah.
communications.
I really like it.
With the array. And don't
Kind of tastes the same to me, but I don't think I've had the original. I've had the sugar-free one.
Nah, to me it doesn't taste the same as Sierra Mist.
How does it taste now?
Do you remember Slice?
Oh yeah.
It kind of tastes like that.
Oh okay.
It's really good. We got a zero version.
Yep. All of you just die.
Just die already.
Just die already.
Cannot determine clearance level.
Well, Screw you, Kathy Lee. Yeah.
Clearance confirmed.
I got me a thingy, not a trophy. Just what I've always wanted.
You got a thingy.
They got a thingy. I sure did. Wait a minute, am I supposed to go out this way? I guess I am. I'm just crossing over. I'm crossing over with whatever that guy's name was. Wait a minute, if I am supposed to go that way, why is it telling me to go this way? Does it not want me to take the long... Well, no, now it's telling me to go this way. Would you make up your freaking mind? My gosh! Here's a loading process. Watch the thingies fly by. Read a graffiti on the wall. Why am I here? You were chosen. Ah! What was that? I'm stuck. I kinda figured something like that would happen. React. Why don't y'all do something? I'm just standing here the whole time. Ah, now we're moving. Okay. That's fun. React. Don't go it alone. Take insurance, OE insurance, double OE insurance.
I ain't got no insurance.
Hope we don't play that.
Now arriving at the bridge.
At the bridge. The bridge. The Bears.
We did it. Isaac, a ship just shocked in. The USM Valor. They must have heard our SOS.
That fast? What's a military ship doing way out here?
Out on patrol? Whatever. Right now I take a rescue from a fucking magpie. Communications. Once we fix the comms array, we can get all the answers we need.
But yeah, that new Dungeons and Dragons movie worried me because the movie creators were actively coming out saying that they purposely emasculated the male characters to prop up the female characters, you know?
Yep.
And at least that one review I sent you said that, I mean, it's not going to win any awards, but that it wasn't as bad as what everybody was thinking it was going to be.
Yeah, that's to be expected. Nowadays, no matter what you watch.
I mean, that's why I go back to my original mythos that, if it doesn't come out of the 20th century, chances are I ain't gonna like it.
Yep. That is the truth.
But even then, like, if you go back 10 years, you still had at least some opportunity to come across something decent. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, case in point, like that show Young Justice I watched, the first 2 seasons were pretty good. And then in the 3rd season is when they started injecting the homo stuff. And then by the end of it, they were injecting everything from anti-Trump messaging to global warming to homo stuff from previously straight characters, polyamorous relationships where one guy had a husband and a wife. It's like, man, it's like they weren't even caring about anything resembling a plot or a storyline. It was all about, injecting all of the woke stuff.
Yep.
But, the first season came out in like 2010 or 2012, something like that. So, that's why I say, even 10 years ago, you had at least somewhat of a chance of finding something decent that just, got corrupted the longer it was on.
Yeah, it's just like you talked about before. They'll always end up putting TV shows out there to grab you in, but then they'll start to throw in their political ideologies because they think they have you hooked.
Oh yeah, like the first season, maybe the first 2 seasons will be good, and then after that they start injecting it because now they got you invested.
Yep. Yeah, that definitely doesn't work with me. I have my morals and standards are too high for me to give into that. I don't care what it is I'm watching. Am I disappointed? Yeah, but will I continue to watch it? No.
Yeah. The only reason I kept watching was because there were certain parts that I wanted to find out what happened. So I would just skip through everything until it got to the particular characters and situations I wanted to know about, and then I would just skip through the rest.
Yep.
And then I finally got to the end, and the ending was stupid, and then I got rid of it.
Open up some space on the hard drive.
Exactly.
Well, fart.
Okay, Bobby Hill.
I'll fart.
Oh, fart. I remember the first time me and the kids were watching that, he said that driving the truck, and my daughter especially, I think she was cry laughing for like 10 minutes.
Oh, man.
She's that type, once she gets tickled about something, she'll get into a full-on giggle fit, and she can't stop. It's crazy too because she'll, I mean, like the simplest off-the-cuff stuff will set her off sometimes. Like I'll just say something, just out of the blue, like especially if something irritates me, and then she'll just start busting out laughing. I'm like, what? Because I'm not even trying to be funny, and she'll just start laughing.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to get off myself for a bit whenever this saves again. Been going on for 3.5 hours.
Yeah. Gotta find something else.
Yep, gotta leave in a couple hours anyways, so.
Alright, brother. Well, I will holler at you later, and I don't know if Sherry's still on here, but I'll catch you later.
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 Communications array offline.
Alright, well, Sherry, I'm going to go ahead and get on off of here. I've been doing this for over 3.5 hours, so, yeah, I appreciate you coming in, and I appreciate everybody checking out, like, the archive version and whatnot, but, I will be back again tomorrow with something else, maybe. So, yeah, just stay tuned, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that other stuff. Hit the notification bell and so on and so forth. And I will go ahead and I will end this like I always do. Later taters.